Video essays about failed social media platforms normally cover the usual suspects, like MySpace, Google+, and Windows Live Messenger, but today we'll be touching on a lesser-known service, and that's Path. So how did Path manage to rack up millions of users in the first place? What made it different to other forms of social media? And how did the platform's own rules stop it from growing? Here's how it happened. Before we move on to Path, we should begin by mentioning the platform's founders, Dave Morin, a former product manager at Facebook, as well as Sean Fanning and Dustin Mirau, who were respectively a founder and developer at audio sharing service Napster. The trio launched their app in November 2010, receiving their early funding from a group of Facebook alumni, various VC firms, and a few famous investors, like Salesforce's Mark Benioff and actor Ashton Kutcher. Seen as a serious challenger to Facebook, Path was compared closely to its rival, where users could share photos, provide thought updates that were similar to tweets or statuses, and check into venues so their friends could keep up with their activity. Initially though, it was only photos that users could post to Path, the idea being that friends and family could see your day through your eyes, following the path of your life as it happened. The app's unique selling point was that accounts were limited to just 50 friends, a figure that stems from the findings of evolutionary anthropologist Robin Dunbar, who found human brains were limited to a capacity of around 150 close relationships. At launch, co-founder Morin said that you usually have around 5 people whom you trust most, 20 that you consider your BFFs that you hang out with all the time, and about 50 or so who are your personal network. And so Path was designed to share life with the people you care about most. With Facebook undergoing major growth, hopes were high for Path's potential. From November to December 2011, the platform's user base ballooned from 30,000 to 300,000 in just a few weeks, while Google also reportedly made an unsuccessful offer of $100 million to acquire the app earlier that year. Some of the features we know today, like a choice of reactions to social posts, were actually first seen on Path and then copied elsewhere. At its peak, the service attracted around 1 million new users a week and boasted a total of 15 million members. So what happened that sent the platform to the internet graveyard? One simple answer was that Path's 50-friend limit stopped users from inviting everyone they knew to join. The network effect had been key to the rapid growth of Facebook, but sadly a decision that was one of Path's key features became detrimental to its own existence. The limit was later increased and eventually removed, a sign that the creators realized their mistake, but it was too little, too late. Additionally, Path was maybe ahead of its time. The service was app-based only, with no desktop site available, and its bread and butter was photos. However, smartphones and their cameras were not nearly as sophisticated 10 years ago as they are now, leaving users to share grainy photos on below-par applications, preventing Path from achieving its full potential. And the final nail in the coffin perhaps came in 2012, when a developer in Singapore found that users' address books were uploaded to Path's servers, a condition not mentioned in the company's terms of use. The news was met with widespread uproar, and led to many leaving the site to join the likes of Facebook, Twitter, and even Google+. Add to that the impact of other social sites like Instagram and Snap starting to infringe on the firm's market share, and Path seriously had its work cut out. With the app's growth stalling, in 2015 it was sold to Korean internet company Kakao, who hoped to capitalize on Path's popularity in Indonesia, which was its biggest market. Unfortunately, things never worked themselves out, and the service was terminated in 2018. Ironically, Path might have fared better if it were launched today. Now that Mark Zuckerberg has lost the public's confidence and social media feels more shallow and impersonal than ever, an app that wants users to share life with the ones you love could be the perfect fit. Do you think a closer-knit social network like Path would have more success today? Let us know in the comments below. And that's how it happened. Thanks for watching.